Happy Caturday. Today is Saturday, May 6th, the day after Cinco de Mayo, which means today is the 6 de Mayo, or the 6th of May. Happy Caturday to you, those of you who celebrate Caturday. Nice to have you here. Got a couple of comments from some viewers, private comments I should say, asking me about supplements and vitamins and such that I take on a regular basis. I thought, what better way to start off a Saturday than talking about the number of pills that I toss down my throat every day. So let's begin. I am on 2 prescription medications here. I'm not going to show you the labels. Both of these are for thyroid. I do have Hashimoto's hypothyroiditis. Google it. Effectively, my body is killing my thyroid. My white blood cells think that my thyroid is a foreign body and have been attacking it and killing it for probably 15 years, 20 years or so. I've been treating it for about, I think I started treating my thyroid back in 2002, 2003-ish area. So 12, 13 years on thyroid medication. Totally under control, totally fine, but it is being pelted and killed by my body. Bad juju, but hey, we have medication. I'm on a number of supplements also, and again, this is all under doctor's orders. So please, before you start grabbing and taking all sorts of supplements and trying to figure out what's best for you, please go visit your healthcare professional or consult with somebody who has knowledge of diets, your current medication, and your current medical situation, if any. It's all of my things that are over-the-counter, non-prescription that you can take, again, with doctor's orders, okay? Number 1, good old aspirin. Nothing magic about this, just aspirin. 81 milligram low dose aspirin has been recommended for me to take this for a number of years because I am a little bit overweight, and it does help with reduced, it keeps my blood a little bit thin, and it's a heart attack preventative, so to speak. I'm not at high risk for heart attack, thank God, but that's what I take. I also take prebiotics. Prebiotics with inulin, and I have no idea what that means. You have prebiotics and probiotics. Both of these help feed your gut, help feed your system to bring in healthy cultures and whatnot into your system. Prebiotic and probiotic. The probiotics we keep in the refrigerator, they're 100 billion strength, so they are very, very potent. I take a 1/4 teaspoon of that, mix it into water or juice or something, or sprinkle it over food and eat it that way. But prebiotic and probiotic for healthy gut. Also taking turmeric. Taking this, I have currently no idea why I take it, but it's on my list of items to take. So I do take this as well. Oh, bing! Pro tip. Put your name and the item on top of the lid, so when you're going through your cabinet, you can see all of the different little happy things to take your medications with. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The next one I take is DIM, D-I-M, and DIM is another capsule that I take daily. Now, DIM is for me specifically. You can take, as a normal civilian, you can take prebiotics, probiotics, magnesium, turmeric, whatnot. Oh, by the way, let me back up a little bit. Magnesium I take at night. This is the only one of my whole cadre of pills that I take at night. Everything else is daytime stuff. DIM is the only one that I take, and this is very specific to one of my other happy conditions, and that is low T. I have low testosterone, which I was surprised to find out most men over 45 do have low T. The problem with testosterone, I'll give you the quick and dirty. I'm not a doctor. The quick and dirty on low testosterone is like a bell curve in the male body. Lows, low, high. Low starts off at early age, and around 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, again, everybody's gonna be different, your testosterone starts to ramp up. For the male, the peak is between 18 and 24 years of age, roughly. And then around 25, 26, it starts to taper back down again to the mid to late 30s, early 40s, where it will start to kind of flatten out. The problem with being normal on these, when you get a blood work back, the doctor's charts come back and say, oh, well, you're normal, 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 normal. Some of those don't take age into consideration. You might be normal because your T levels are above a certain threshold, but it's not normal necessarily for your age. So my recommendation on that would be to get with a healthcare provider or someone who understands testosterone, understands all the way everything comes together in your system, to really explain it to you well, and to find out if you are indeed low on your testosterone. Like I said before, it turns out many men are. Now, that being said, I do take testosterone therapy, which means I get to inject myself in my thigh once a week. Typically Saturdays or Sundays, I'll load up a syringe, plunge it into my thigh, inject some of that liquid goodness, and get a little testosterone bump for the week. If you're interested in me doing this for you on camera, I just might do that. It creeps me right out. I was the last person on the planet to ever give myself an injection. I mean, not even on my deathbed. If it relied on me giving myself an injection or dying, adios. You get to the point you just have to get over it and do it. Anyway, long story short, DIM is what you take if you're on testosterone. DIM helps lower estrogen in your body. Men and women both have to have testosterone and estrogen in their bodies. Men have testosterone, men have estrogen. Women have estrogen, women have testosterone. What happens is when you're eating certain foods, especially foods that are any kind of foods, meats or chicken or whatever, that have been treated with steroids or whatever they might use for the non-organic, you're getting estrogen. Estrogen is in soybeans. Estrogen is in a lot of foods we eat, and a lot of things we consume have estrogen bodies in them. If you're on testosterone therapy, the body wants to keep harmony. So the body will create this need for estrogen and create the surplus of estrogen. What DIM does is help knocks that estrogen level back down. So it's kind of it's a check on the system. Now, the last one that I take was not prescribed or not recommended by my doctor, but I did some research for it and did find that it could help me in certain situations. And this one is called Garcinia cambogia. What this is, and this is obviously a very full container, nice catch, very many of these. These are listed as an appetite suppressant. I will caveat this by saying that the dosage on these is twice per day, 1 pill 2 times a day, 30 minutes or so before meal. I have probably had 6 of these in the past 3 weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't take them very often. Rarely ever do I take one. I will take one if I know I'm going to a place like a Mexican food restaurant where I will tend to snack or eat more than I probably should. On a normal type restaurant where I'm not ordering appetizers and whatnot, I won't take one because I know I'm not going to be ordering an appetizer. Stick a bowl of chips in front of me and some delicious salsa or something. I'm weak. I'm human. I'm weak. Sorry. I'll take one of these if I know I'm going to have Mexican food half an hour or so before, and it really kind of does help take the edge off a bit. Again, it's not a magic pill. Anyway, that is probably a little TMI on my medications and whatnot, but I did have a couple people ask what I am taking supplementally. So again, to run it back down again, not in the same order, prebiotics, probiotics, magnesium at night, turmeric, DIM. DIM is for you to take if you're on testosterone therapy, which I am. Aspirin, again, if you're overweight or at a certain age, taking 1 or 2 low dose 81 microgram or milligram mg a day, totally good. Now, again, if you're on other medications, this is a blood thinner. Aspirin's a blood thinner, so check with your doctor. And then my 2 prescriptions for thyroid. All right, that is it. That is all the pills that I chunk down my throat every day. If you have any questions on these, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. Keeping in mind that I am not a doctor. I don't play doctor on TV. I'm not a medical professional. So I will give you my opinion on things, but it's an opinion. It is not something I'm going to tank to the bank. Anyway, that's it. So if you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave them for me below. Please be sure to like and subscribe and all that kind of good fun stuff. And I wish you a happy Caturday. I may be back later on. Have a good day.